Largay Travel was founded in 1969 by Roland Largay, who would become an industry icon, known worldwide as the Ambassador of Joy. More than a decade later, his nephew, Paul Largay, joined the family business.
And he said to me from day one that this was not about transactions, this was about relationships. And he told me, you know, Paul, you've got to take what you do very seriously, because you are holding in your hands people's dreams. We're dealing with their most valuable non-renewable resource called free time. This is not about you, this is about them. And if you do it right, they will come back and they will send their friends.
For 44 years, Paul worked alongside Uncle Roland, helping build one of the world's top travel companies. Today, he's Largay Travel's CEO and Chief Culture Curator, and his son Scott is Director of Business Strategy.
I idolized my great uncle that started this company. He was a hero to me. I always wanted to be a part of the company, but I only wanted to be a part of the company if there was a need for me in it, not just because of my bloodline. And so that magical moment came about 11 years ago, and I haven't looked back since.
Before joining the company that bears his name, Scott still had to pass his father's famous Largay litmus test.
Every single person who works at Largay has had to get past me. And if I feel that there is not a cultural alignment, I tell them, I don't care how much money you can potentially bring this organization. From day one, you're either going to support the culture or you're going to undermine it. And our competitive distinction and what really is the lifeblood of this company is to be kind, to do the right thing, and to love what you do, and equally love doing it with the people you do it with.
In a highly competitive industry, the Largay corporate culture proves that nice guys can finish first.
We're not a company, we're a community of like-minded souls. And to have people support that, you have to have people like my son and the rest of our leadership group who believe what you believe. And that you've got to be kind, you've got to do the right thing, you've got to practice humble confidence, and you've got to be a practitioner of the art of joyful commerce, that you don't have to surrender your humanity nor your humor to be successful.
Mentorship is a key part of training team members and maintaining the culture that defines the company. And at Largay, mentoring goes in both directions.
I respect the fact that sometimes teacher can become student, and they have to be willing to shift those gears and not allow their ego or their tenure to cloud their vision or their acceptance of new possibilities.
Yeah, I think intergenerational wisdom is the perfect way to describe it, because you can learn so much from those that have been there before or have more experience, but certainly from those that are just coming into the industry too. So I keep that viewfinder open to both sides, because there's so much to learn on both sides of that equation.
Having a successful personal and professional relationship when working so closely together can be a challenge, but not for the Largays.
The beauty was we both stayed in our own lanes, and what I respected was his core competency was different than mine. And rather than me try to tell him, do what I've done, no, I don't need a rubber stamp. I need an incremental horsepower to fuel another part of this organization so that we can become even better than we were before. The love and the mutual respect is really what the key ingredient and recipe has been for our success, both personally and professionally.
People always go, hey, how do you work with family? How do you work with your father every day? I said, well, if you have to, ask that question, then you haven't met my father.
There are few in luxury travel who have not met his father. Paul, aka Dr. Travel, is well known for his wit and wisdom. Dr. Travel's prescription for success includes industry collaboration through the Virtuoso Network, another lesson learned from Uncle Roland, who was a founding member of Virtuoso.
I have always believed that collective knowledge always exceeds individual capacity. And what I have always admired about the Virtuoso Network, that in theory, we're a bunch of competitors that gather for a common cause. And I think that there is more emphasis on collaboration than there is on competition.
The word network is exactly what's the most important of what we do within the Virtuoso network, because it is truly how can we all tap into each other.
For nearly 6 decades, Largay Travel has withstood the never-ending challenges of industry disruption, economic downturns, geopolitical conflict, and even a pandemic. Through it all, they've not only survived, they've thrived, thanks to a collaborative spirit and an unwavering company culture.
Culture instills confidence in the face of uncertainty and unknown headwinds. You lean back into your culture and your team is confident.
As their business continues to grow, so does their impact on those they serve.
I love what I do because I make a difference in people's lives. I realize that I'm not solving world hunger, and I unfortunately can't cure cancer, but I know that I am stewarding people on sometimes the greatest journey of their life.
And while they're changing lives, why not change the world?
We really do have an unbelievable platform to do good in the world, and the world needs some good. And we have the platform to create change, and so I want to make sure that as Largay progresses, that we continue to expose more people to other cultures and experiences around the world, so there's more kindness and more understanding than there might have been the day before. It's not about, how big can we become? It's about how can we remain true to ourselves. Legacy is something that I've thought about my entire life, because I come from 2 generations before me that set quite a standard when it comes to their place in this industry.
Uncle Roland would be proud. The principle on which he founded Largay Travel nearly 60 years ago is still the company's North Star.
He knew that if you treated people well, if you treated them with respect and kindness, the business will come.
That is the legacy that we are endeavoring to continue, making sure that we properly manage people's free time so that they can actually live out and achieve their dreams.